Hey guys, Yuruka here. I think I'm going to start a series with this account. Um, it's very early game still, as you can see. All I have are, I have the LD Nat 5 from resetting, and then I have nearly all of the Sig Fusion mats and essence required to awaken all of them. But I'm just going to show my progression once or twice a week, I think, and go from there. Maybe give some tips along the way as well. So yeah, here's I'm just utilizing my arena wings again. It's very good to be efficient and use all of them whenever you can. I think the arena wings are underrated by many people, early game people at least. I think it's pretty important to get towers as soon as you can. Energy towers, crit damage towers, speed towers, all of them. Except, I mean, these aren't as important, because they don't affect your monsters. Aside from that, don't spend your crystals on premium packs. Spend them on refreshes like I'm going to do right here. That is because premium packs, I will say 99% of the time, all you get is 3-star fodder. 750 crystals for 11 3-star fodders. Maybe 1 or 2 4-stars fodders. Those are not good returns. With 750 crystals, you can probably make like 2 6-stars if you have if you have 2 stars that you could level, and even 1 stars that you could level. So just do what you will with that information. I suggest never buying premium packs unless you're a mid-game, end-game player, or if you spend money and you actually need, the Nat 5s to continue to progress in arena or something like that. Because for the most part, PvE content is all clearable by free-to-play units. And if not free-to-play, then few like accessible units. Recently, Vertihill was actually added to the Fusion Hexagram, so making a DB10 team now is really easy. Really easy. You have Sigmaris, you have Vertihill, you have that's all you need actually. Sigmaris and Vertihill, your damage dealer and your attack buffer. You can just bring along Veramos or any cleanser immunity like Lulu, stuff like that. It's really easy to progress into DB10 now. You don't have to make one of those starter teams or anything. You can go straight in with a 2-minute team, 2-minute 30 team, just because they made everything more accessible to newer players, and all players actually. Ooh, I've been getting a lot of non-magic essence from the magic essence dungeon. I don't know what that's about. It's pretty annoying. I'm still trying to skill up my Belladion, Bernard, and Shannon. I'm not going to skill up Lapis for now. I know some people do that because skilling up your primary units is important, but I'm going to use my Devilmons on Sigmaris and Yunhong. I've used them on Yunhong so far just for a little bit of fun, I guess. And she'll need them later on, so it's not like it's a waste or anything. Because Lapis doesn't necessarily need her skill ups to perform well enough, I guess that's a way to put it. She will ATB drain from skill 3, skill 1 just as well as she would with or without skill ups, is what I'm trying to get at. Whereas, Yunhong sort of needs the skill 3 cooldown, Sigmaris needs the damage because he's the damage dealer, stuff like that. So these times are actually pretty reasonable. 2 minutes for B7 runs, that's what I've been running across the board for elemental dungeons as well. And I think that's very achievable, and it's very reasonable because you can farm a lot of dungeons then in a day if you're doing 1 minute 30 runs, 2-minute runs, as opposed to like 4-minute runs or 5-minute runs. And this team is given to you. I mean, I'm only using Yunheng because she came 5-star, so why not use it? You could just bring any healer, or even an extra damage dealer if you want. I just haven't had the time to, or the resources to build an extra damage dealer or whatnot, because I'm working towards Sig, who requires a lot of resources, but it is well worth it. Nice. I actually need a lot of low essence. I need like maybe 40 more mid essences and then like 20 more high essences. I'll just farm a bit of skill ups though for Belladion. And as you notice here, I'm just putting in monsters to level. Boom, this guy's almost level 20. Doing little things like this will really help you later on when you need the fodder. You're gonna be thanking yourself that you took the time to level these units. And you notice I picked stage 2 of this scenario. I could have picked any stage except for the last one because that one costs an extra stamina. But I picked stage 2 because I'm looking for 5-star speed runes. I actually have none of those right now on this account. So this is one of the better ways to test your luck to get a speed slot 2 running the second scenario of any scenario, but this one specifically energy, and that's just a good set to have energy. And it also it drops the Inugami, which is why I'm farming it, but it has a secondary aspect of dropping energy slot 2 speed runes is what I'm getting at. Inugami? Tough leather. I think that's used for the outfits for that girl on the island. Yeah. Also, this happened to me today actually. If you're heavy into refreshing, make sure you know what EXP percentage that you're at, because you might just refresh into a level up. I've been watching it for the most part, but I was being lazy yesterday and I didn't watch it one time, and boom, that's like a wasted 30 crystals. It's pretty sad when it happens, but you learn your lesson, hopefully. I haven't been getting too lucky with these skill up drops. Yesterday I was farming for Fire Werewolf for Sigmaris, and it took 8 hours and 12 refreshes for one 3-star drop. I got 5 Infernos, of course, which are another 3-star drop from that scenario. There's 3 of them in total, but I didn't get Werewolf until like before I went to bed. And I've only gotten 2 Inugamis so far from farming this, but I haven't farmed it as extensively, of course. I haven't refreshed today because there's no Hall of Color to farm. That's what I've been doing in the past days, primarily. I feel like I've progressed pretty swiftly. It might not look like much, but I actually have a lot of the Sigmaris fusions done. Or a large portion of it done. I have the essences. I have almost all of the materials. I just need Martial Art Cat, Wind Harpy, and what's the Wind Amazon. And then I'd have all the materials. And all I have to do is level and evolve, and that's the easy part. That is the easy part. I'm not sure how long it'll take me to get Martial Art Cat and Wind Amazon though, because they are only found through summoning or the guild shop, and I do not earn enough guild points to get those monsters in a reasonable amount of time. So we'll see how long it takes. If it takes a long time, I mean, that's life, I guess. I'll have more time to farm the magical essence needed, because you need a lot of that. And I guess time to farm GB7 runes, but not too big on farming GB right now. I think once Bernard, Belladion all get skilled up, my GB7 runs will actually be very consistent. They fail like 10, maybe like 5% of the time. And I think that's just because Belladion doesn't get his heal up after like my team gets double crystalled, or Lapis attacks into a counterattack when she's armor broken, stuff like that. Oh, and I need a Maxio Lulu as well. Forgot about her. But her skill ups come in the shop and through MSs. I mean, unknown scrolls. Dang, no 5-star rune drops. That's pretty sad. I still need speed 5-star. It's so sad. Oh yeah, being in the guild really helps. You get 1 4-star Rainbow Mon a week if you collect those guild check-in rewards. Those are new, but they're very nice. I'm pretty sure a lot of guilds have the 20 member requirement who check in daily to get those 20 energy, 20 glory points a day rewards. And that really adds up. You get a lot out of it. I think I might start saving though to get water martial art cat or wind Amazon, and hopefully I just roll another one of them, or roll one or the other in the meantime. We are getting the event that's going on right now. Honestly, I mean, it's not my favorite event. The holiday box one. The legendary scroll one is pretty nice. You get a legendary scroll, of course. But the holiday box one, I mean, they give a lot of energy sometimes, up to like 100, and then you can get a chance at scrolls, elemental scrolls and whatnot. But not my favorite event. I like the ones where they just give you like crystals, 300 crystals outright, or Devilmon LD scroll, you know. I guess everyone likes those types. I've been hearing people having trouble farming the boxes though, and honestly I think most of them just are not spending the energy required to get them. I get all 5 of my boxes basically when I wake up. I mean, I run like maybe 3 bars of stamina or energy, and the energy that I get from the holiday boxes goes towards getting the next holiday box. Usually. That's what happened today. And yeah, it just works out. So, I don't know, maybe some people are really unlucky, but I think for the most part people just aren't playing. That's just my opinion. Now, I'm just trying to progress as fast as possible, honestly. I want to get into the PvP aspect of the game. I want to be farming violent runes for Yunhong, you know, participating in guild battles and even RTA, maybe. Even with her nerfs, Yunhong's nerfs, I feel like she's gonna be top tier. Gianna, of course, is the very best unit right now in RTA. For almost every match, she's usable. Strip into stun in 1 skill, bomb that stuns, and you know, the Oracle skill one, of course, which is nothing too big, but yeah. But Yunhong, her skill 3, it still full heals herself. It's still 66%, 68% heal if she uses it on someone else. And yeah, that skill's just crazy. Even with the cooldown reduction, she uses it on herself, she gets another turn, she violence, she, I don't know, maybe strips 3 buffs, she gets like 45% attack bar, and then that skill's up again, you know? It's pretty crazy. And I've seen her solo, like, I'm sure everyone has seen her solo teams, but yeah, it's crazy when that happens. Sometimes, or most of the time, it's due to the person playing against misplaying, but yeah, it's crazy to see one monster kill like 3. I think on my Nat 5 wishlist is actually Molong, even though he got a little bit of a nerf. I mean, that nerf didn't impact his ability to snipe people, so I mean he's still good for that purpose, sniping people. He just needs sustain, which I have in the form of Yunhong, and I think that combo's actually really strong. Throw in a Ganymede and you basically win every single match too. And I think that's the problem with the units, I guess. Yunhong, Ganymede, Molong, they all have way too much synergy with each other, and it's because of their innate kits that they synergize with everything good, that is. They have the ability to synergize with everything, and they're all good by themselves because of that. So when they synergize with each other, it's pretty insane. If you're following what I'm trying to say. So like nerfing all three of them in one patch was pretty nice to see, because Molong getting nerfed hurts Ganymede and Yunhong in a way, because they're always used in a team together, you know, so the team itself gets weaker. And Summoner's War is a synergistically based game. If you don't have synergy, you're not gonna win or beat anything. So that's what I think about it. But Molong is still an insane unit, don't get me wrong. I think Ganymede is the best RTA unit out there. He's so versatile, he's so good. Like reset cooldown for your team, and increase cooldown to maximum on the enemy team. Even with his skill 1 nerf, which affected the rest of his family sadly. Oberon got nerfed again as a result of Ganymede, by the way. He's still insane. I don't know if the strip was the problem though. I think they need to increase the cooldown, or maybe, yeah, I think they need to increase the cooldown of Oberon's Seal Magic, I think it's called. Or maybe they could even decrease the damage that it does, because if you watch RTA a bit, and the match goes on, Ganymede's Seal Magic does insane damage. Or maybe they could do something like what they did with Hather's skill 3. They could on the unit that you use it on decrease attack bar to 0, but then on everyone else just by 30%. And I think that might be a little bit better, because I believe it decreases everyone's attack bar to 0. Not sure if I'm wrong about that one or not. But RTA is a long ways away. I don't have a Giants team yet even. Dragon's team will come fast though. It will come fast. I'm planning on building Light Cowgirl for that. Maybe using Lapis even. And again, another non-magic essence. That's super weird. I keep getting them. I get them more often than the magic essences. It's really funny. And I don't know how I feel about building Yunhong actually. She's sort of hard to build. You need crit damage, crit rate, HP, speed, and accuracy. You need that's basically all the stats actually. So yeah, that's gonna be a long journey. Right now I'll just focus on GB10 and then DB10. I'm not sure if I'm gonna focus on Necro in the near future. I don't even have Lucian or anything right now. Anything that uses Rage runes. So maybe Rage Yunhong, new meta, DD dealer. But I don't know. This Magic Knight's doing pretty decent damage honestly with the Vamp runes that they give you for free. And then I just changed her Revenge set to a energy set because she needs to be more tanky. Nice. I heard recently this Korean LD Nat 5 seller got exposed or something for botting LD accounts in Korea, I think, and selling them or whatever. A bunch of them got banned and stuff. I think it was on Reddit the other day. Oh, nice, a mid essence. Alright. I'll just end this energy bar off with farming for skill ups. Maybe I'll even awaken Megan today. I feel like Megan, I'm debating whether or not I want to replace Shannon right now or when I start getting into dragons. Because Megan will require more stats than Shannon will. And the skill ups, which I don't have because Shannon isn't at 2, Megan isn't at 3, of course. So Megan's skill 3 won't be up as... I think even when it's skilled up, it's not up as often as Shannon's. Megan has like a one turn off of where she doesn't have her skill 3. But I think Shannon's is unlimited, maybe? So... here we go. Here's the Inugami drop. Let's see it. Let's see it. Come on. Boom. No Inugami. I'll just go through my box, I guess. Not sure if I did this already, but Lapis, Shannon, Bernard. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about Konamiya actually. I do not like Konamiya at all. She or he, for Giants B10, that is. It's too resource heavy to build her, in my opinion. The runes that you need for her to consistently not die in Giants, the requirements are too high. It's not worth building her, in my opinion. This Konamiya is actually for, what's its face? Sigmarus Fusion. I should probably remove this rune. It's plus 10 speed. But yeah. And that's the level the account is right now. I need that 4-star plus 10 speed rune. This is the guy that took forever to get, by the way. Forever. I actually built Decameron on this account a little bit to test him out for a Hall of Water. Pretty nice, actually. Allows me to farm B7. Or allowed me to farm B7. The essence that you need the most for Sigmarus. So yeah, with these runes, it was consistent. No fails at all. And then here's Lulu, the Veramos replacement. He's going to need a bean load more health, HP. Yeah, health and speed. Maybe even resistance. I think GB10 has freezes, if I remember correctly. Here's the Hall of Heroes. The base skin for this actually looks really nice. It looks almost like a transmog. But she's not too great. This is the ignore defense one. Bailey, the light boomerang, if you watch Faw's video, was insane. Did insane damage. I got this from my legendary scroll for beating GB10 for the first time. I looked her up. I don't think anyone's really using her for PvE other than raid content, because she's a really good cleanser, because she takes away the harmful effects and gives them to the enemy. But these dryads I hear are not that great. People are saying like they're 3-star level. I'm just gonna use this as fodder because there's no use for a fire assassin in my opinion. I rolled this on like my 3rd LD. I was so sad to find out that she was an HOH hero. But she's good in raids as well. So I have this Dryad for raids. I probably won't need to build Konamiya because of this, by the way. And then these are just fodder. All of this fodder. Tion, I think I'm going to build and save for PvP. I really want to test out like Tion, Konamiya, Yunhong, and +1 because that's just so many turns. The AI will probably derp like a crap ton, but it'll be fun to watch how that works out. Megan, of course, more fodder. Mav is super nice, super important, and his critical hit animation is pretty funny. He just runs and plops on the ground. Let me actually fuse. Skill up this Colleen. Wait, who's this fusion for? Oh yeah, Vermiceel. I think on my first account I made the mistake of foddering Colleen. And yeah, I had to awaken her again. Because Colleen is actually really nice for Necro. Really good for Alpha stage on Toa. Because most people don't get Megan until later on. So Colleen is your best bet at beating Halfus with her heal block. Colleen is also really nice for raids later on. So if you build her, you got a monster for Necro, for raids, for Toa. That's a lot of value. And that's what you want in your units. You want a lot of value. You want them to carry on. Like Lapis, she doesn't have too much value, but honestly I would 6-star her at some point because she'll be useful in fire rifts where you have those clusters of whatever, and then her skill 3 will just wipe all of them out. And there's units that are useful everywhere, and then there's units that are and that's what you want to build early game, I mean. But when you get later on, you want to build units that specialize in their locations. Like Yunhung specializes in PvP. You want to build that. We got Copper Bulldozer specializes in Guild War. You want to build that. So that's later on though. I'm really looking forward to building free-to-play Guild War offenses and getting it. I haven't attacked in this guild. This is an old guild that I used to be in on my first account. And I haven't attacked yet on this account because I honestly don't have the monsters, so I understand why I'm not being put in. I only have like 5 stars, and that's my Giants B7 team right now. And yeah. So I'm really looking forward to... I've never used Copper Bulldozer actually. I've never used those free-to-play Guild War offenses. I always use like, I guess, Shannon. I use those free-to-play units, Shannon, Bella, those stuff, but they're not really that effective as you can imagine, because those are more PvE based mons. Oh, I can actually do World Boss now because of all the fusion mats, which are gonna be gone though. Oh man, I have to watch this whole thing. Ay. This reminds me of YDCB's like stream opening where he watches the entire thing like 3 times. I guess it's sort of cool. You can see all your monsters using their skills and everything. Boom. It's like 15 tiny ants against the world. Oh. This is my first world boss attack, if you couldn't tell. Here's the end. There we go. Boom. Probably an F box, I'm expecting. Yup. F box. Legendary scroll? No, of course not. Sell that. Oh yeah, you get essences from this. That's pretty nice. Now I got Rift of Worlds though, which I can use to unlock an achievement. Oh man, they got animations for everything. Well, this is some real progression right here, isn't it? Whoa. I've never seen this before, actually. Or I don't remember seeing it. What's going on? Ooh. The ground is rising? Is that lava? Purple lava? Lightning, maybe? Whoa, that was pretty interesting. We lost Durand. I honestly don't pay attention to the stories at all. Hey, did they add something in right there? That was not there before. To the right of the Rift Raid icon, that was not there before. I wonder what it is. Let's check it out. All this story that I do not care about. What is that? That, I don't know. Alright, I think I get an achievement. To the top. 10 crystals? Oh yeah. Do you get a legendary grindstone, I think, at the end of this. You get 3 of them. A violent. I think they're all speed. I think the violent one is speed. Oh. Rank A. You get a re-up stone for this one, right? Yeah. These runes right here are actually really good. Or really, not really good, but nice to have, I guess. Anyways, I think that about wraps it up for right now. I'll see you guys later.